Really? Walking out Smith again, I'm seeing this one, I'm trying to fly off this guy. I don't hate them.
I'm saying to your mom.
Stay right next to me.
Okay, well, go. Say it to your mom.
First it looked like Luigi. Are you kidding me? Look at her. Look at that. Look at her. I don't look like Mario. She was like taller than Mario. The best part is when we yell out. I know, right? I'm ready to go. Yeah, around everybody.
We're gonna be on the news when we date.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I think the sign is
Oh, yeah.
pizza.
They go to condo close to Market.
Yeah, no, they're close to me.
Really? You're right there?
I'm on the channel. Got up at like 4 o'clock.
What do you mean go to condo?
Turkey killed in genocide! Turkey run! Turkey hide! Turkey killed in genocide! 1950 never again! 1950 never again! Shame on Turkey! Shame on Turkey! Silence is denial! Silence is denial! Boycott, boycott, we can back! Boycott, boycott, we can back! 1950 never again! 1950 never again!
Well, there's body. This is your Okay. Yeah. Y'all are. Seba, where's your flag? Armenian, where's your flag? Okay, let's go.
All right, buddy.
I am Lena Hovanesian, and I'm honored once again to be your master of ceremonies for the commemoration today. Please silence your cell phones as we begin tonight's program. As we begin, you may head over to the table and pick up candles donated by St. Garabed Church for our candlelight vigil, which will take place during the invocation. To ignore evil is to become accomplice to it, in the words of Martin Luther King Jr. And the world stood by in 1915. Throughout history, it has been the inaction of those who could have acted, the indifference of those who should have known better, the silence of the voice of justice when it mattered most that has made it possible for evil to triumph. A failure to confront evil enables evil. Honorable and blessed clergy, representatives, Honorary Consul Andrushan Andy Armenian, honorable guests and fellow grandchildren and great-grandchildren of Armenian genocide survivors. Are we all here today? Are we alive? Yes, we are. We are here. We stand here today at our Armenian Genocide Memorial Monument, brought together by the grassroots efforts of this community here in Las Vegas. And we are so proud to be here today because this is what our community created. We stand here today in remembrance of 104 years of denialism of the Armenian genocide, and we are counting. Today is April 24th, the gruesome night in 1915 when the Ottoman authorities rounded up the Armenian political, intellectual, and religious leaders of Constantinople and executed them for all to see. As you know, between 1915 to 1923, 1.5 million Christian Armenian men, women, and children were brutally massacred, and we were uprooted from our ancestral homeland at the hands of the Ottoman Turks, who orchestrated a premeditated and systematic genocide to extinguish an entire race into oblivion. Marched to death into the dust of the Deir Zor Desert, our Armenian race, they were our grandparents' families to be forever forgotten. But did we forget? We did not forget. We will never forget. And we are still here. Menk ter hosek. Our nation was brutally tested. Yet our orphan grandparents, even in the face of such horrors, never lost faith as the first Christian nation. They never lost faith. Genocide is defined as the organized, state-sponsored killing of a people for the purpose of eradicating their collective existence. The most evil hate crime on a grand scale, ethnic cleansing, based upon race and religion, perpetrated by the Ottoman Turks in the first genocide of the 20th century, and the uprooting of our ancient Christian Armenian nation. A crime against humanity, and one that perhaps could have been prevented if the world had been more vigilant. But we are still here. Menk ter hosek. In 1939, at the outset of the Jewish Holocaust, emboldened by the Ottoman Turks' lack of accountability, before his death march into Poland to exterminate the Jews, Hitler declared, "I have placed my death head formation in readiness with orders to send them to death mercilessly and without compassion, men, women, and children." Who today remembers the annihilation of the Armenians? The world could have said, never again. But Ottoman Turkey was not held accountable and got away with murder. The young Nazis were big fans of the young Turks, and the Armenian genocide set a dangerous precedent for the world. Then came the Jewish Holocaust, with Hitler murdering 6 million Jews, Bangladesh, Cambodia, East Timor, Rwanda, Bosnia, Darfur, the Syrian genocide of Christian civilians today, the Yazidis by ISIS, and the list goes on. For Armenians, for us, the gaping wound of denial by the perpetrators is still open and bleeding, in the words of Pope Francis, and like a cancer, metastasizes, perpetuating evil in the world. We do not have justice to this day because the modern Turkish government has boldly denied the existence of the genocide and remains remorseless and unaccountable for their crime against humanity. Today we pay homage and tribute to our martyrs, who are saints in heaven. While we seek recognition and justice, our survive and our very own power, we never lost our faith, and we are still here. Menk ter hosek. These sons and daughters of orphans of the genocide who witnessed horrific atrocities include the titans of Las Vegas. Kirk Kerkorian and Jerry Tarkanian were the families who sought refuge in America. And at this time, I would like to acknowledge the presence of representatives, including from Governor Steve Sisolak's office, Senators Cortez Masto and Jackie Rose.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Margarita, and I'm a representative with Governor Steve Sisolak. I will now present a proclamation from the governor. A proclamation by the governor, whereas the Armenian genocide began in 1915 and ending in 1923, saw more than 1 million ethnic American men, women, and children, as well as over 1 million Greeks, Assyrians, Syriacs, and others massacred by the Ottoman Turkish Empire. And whereas the Near East Relief, with the help of others, provided relief to more than 1 million refugees and 132,000 orphans of the Armenian nation and other Christian minorities. And whereas the state of Nevada has recognized the 1915 through 1923 Armenian Genocide, including supporting the 2015 dedication of the Armenian Genocide Monument in the Sunset Park, where we are today, and one of the largest and most popular parks in the Las Vegas Valley. And whereas Nevadans of Armenian descent are an important part of our thriving communities, making lasting contributions to the arts, business, public administrations, science, and sports. And whereas this day provides an opportunity to raise public awareness, including educating Nevadans across the state on the Armenian Genocide and taking time to remember those that were lost during this massacre. Now, therefore, I, Steve Sisolak, Governor of the State of Nevada, do hereby proclaim April 24, 2019 as Armenian Genocide Remembrance Day in Nevada. Thank you.
Հայր մեր ասենք օրհնյալ Տեր մեր Հիսուս Քրիստոս ամեն հայր մեր օրերգինս Հիսուս երեսյան քո երեսարքայություն քո երեսի կամքո որպես երգիրս եւ երկրի սասմեն ապոստոլ ուրմեն այսօր եւ թող մեզ հավիս մեր որպես եւ մենք թողում մեր պատաբանած եւ միդարիրս մեզի փորձություն այդ քրյաս իջքարը
Եվ եւս խաղաղությանս դեր աչես ու կնգալ գեցո եւ օրմիա
Օրդություն եւ փառք հորեվորվո եւ օգնի սրբո այժմ եւ միշտ եւ ավդյան սավդենից ամեն
Ռաշացամ բագուցմամ բազմություն ներգնային գեմեցավաղուցմամ Zandisi դաշոխատ հրույն գային նագանախտին և ազնոր բադարակ այս և որ նադրեց իրավուն
Я тебе хорошо говорю.